Throughout the past week in class, we've covered the idea of radical pragmatics, and that's the fact that words don't have a fixed meaning. This argues that properties of language should be explained in the simple terms of pragmatics, which simply means that it's the way that context can contribute to a meaning, rather than just the definition. In the book, Pinker says that radical pragmatics are described as being fluid, and that means that the mind doesn't contain specific representations of words, that they're based on the context of a sentence. An example that I came up with was she ran home, or she ran all the way home. This could mean to her house late at night, or it could mean she hit a home run and ran all the way to home plate. If you're at a baseball game, your mind will directly go to the scenario of her hitting a home run, make it to the home base, without thinking twice of the other option. But if you're on the phone with your mom, saying, "Oh yeah, I ran home last night," she'll figure out that you ran home to your house rather than home to a baseball plate. An interesting idea that we actually brought up in our group discussion was the idea of names. For example, there's 100 of different names in the world, and the name John is very familiar, especially in American culture. I have a grandpa named John, a little brother who's named John, and lots of friends named John too. If I was on the phone with my mom, though, she would realize that if I said, "How's John doing?" it would mean my brother, not my distant friend from high school. That's kind of interesting how radical pragmatics can be found anywhere, and not just in tricky multifunctional sentences. This kind of builds on the type of lexicon that we have already, not by adding different words, but by adding different meanings. So we could have one word that has hundreds of different meanings just based on the type of scenario that we use it in, which I thought was pretty interesting as well.